Hi Pisces, welcome to your August reading. This is for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Check out your other placements for additional messages. As this is a general reading, messages may or may not apply. Just take what resonates and leave what doesn't for the next person. I can be picking up on someone around you, someone you could be dealing with, so you can reflect the rules. And if this reading doesn't resonate right away, it may be going to happen down the line. We're going to be getting some insight with some guidance for the month coming up. Or I guess we're already in August. Oh my god, I'm like losing track of time. I'm like, what day is it today? We're already in August. August 3rd is when I'm actually recording this. So we're going to be taking a look to see what messages may come through for you guys for the month of August. See what you guys could be currently dealing with or what you can expect down the line. Get some insight, wisdom, guidance, and overall see what's going on. I hope you guys are doing well. If you guys are interested, you can check me out on my Instagram at Jadestone Tarot. And with that being said, let's see what's going on for you guys. Messages for Pisces, Sun, Rising, Venus for August 2021. Any messages for Pisces, Sun, Rising, Venus? Okay, let's get into it. Messages for Pisces, Sun, Rising, Venus. We got the bear, fresh new beginnings, earth energy coming out. Let's see what else needs to come through. For Pisces, Sun, Rising, Venus in August. Oh, the frog and the fox. Okay, so there's some energy of you guys definitely needing to work through some emotional blockages, releasing, letting some feelings go, and purging. We actually have the buffalo underneath at the bottom of the deck. So anything that you've been struggling with recently, especially when it comes to your emotions or emotional situations, it seems like you'll be overcoming that in the month of August. And you're in for some new things. So let me check. Ooh, Sea Serpent reversed. I normally don't take this. Isn't really a reversal deck, but in the deer, the wolf. So there's like lots of learning opportunities for you guys in the month of August, revolving around your emotions and how you communicate with others, as well as having more compassion towards yourselves, right? And your feelings. Instead of bottling them up, instead of pretending you're all tough and like you don't care and you know you got things to do and you got bills to pay, you got a business to run, right? I don't have time to cry. It's like you actually are sitting down with your emotions this month and like feeling them out, the good and the bad, right? Allowing these emotions and these feelings to just flow through you instead of like trying to suppress it or ignore it or run away from it, right? It is a time for you guys to, if I can pick this card up, oh my god, for you guys to release, okay? Releasing any built up emotions and just allowing yourself to let it out, you know? It's like a weight off your shoulders. I'm liking it. So this is water energy, but this is also very earthy, watery energy. Oh, you guys, I did see a frog a couple days ago. Here, I'll insert like a clip somewhere on the screen because, you know, I'm just like to share that kind of stuff with you guys. It was so small. It was about like this size. It was really tiny. There were two. But yeah, so you guys are in need for some releasing, some feeling, letting go, and overcoming those emotional uncomfortable feelings. You know, some of you may struggle with that, but it feels as if you guys are going to be having big breakthroughs this month regarding your emotions and your feelings, and even in your relationships, your commitments with the fox. This does talk about your commitments and what you put your energy to, what you have committed yourself to. Have you been committing yourself to others more than you? You know, have you been putting your needs and your duties aside to take on everybody else's responsibilities, and instead of putting out your own fire, you're worried about putting out everybody else's fires? Like, you guys gotta take care of yourself first. Wow, my words are backwards, you guys, so I apologize. What's going on here? I have no idea. The fox also does talk about you guys needing to adjust swiftly to the changes around you. Like I said, we do have some new beginning coming through here with the bear. There's this energy of you guys starting something new, or there's this new chapter. I'm kind of getting the energy like some of you could be moving or traveling, or it's like you guys are coming out of your cave after a period of hibernation, even like stepping out of your comfort zone and doing something you've never done before. For example, this just came to me, like, you know, like a bear's first hibernation, and now they're waking up, and it's like their very first season. You know, a baby bear has their first hibernation, and now they're waking up, and it's their first spring, their first real official spring, and it's new and it's uncomfortable, and there's many lessons to be learned, and it's about needing to adjust and go with the flow, not trying to go against the current. That's kind of the energy I'm feeling from this. And with the bear, it does mention how the new beginning or this new start that you might be implementing in the month of August, whether this is changes to your day-to-day life, whether this is just something to do with a relationship or your work or your studies, anything, but, or, you know, even changing your workout routine or including a workout routine into your daily life, because this actually does mention that in the book. It's like, if you have been feeling a little bit groggy, a little bit lethargic, it's time to get your body moving, you know, put on some tunes, dance around for a little bit, just shake out that energy. But, you know, adding those kind of things into your life or making some sort of change, and it may be a bit challenging. It's not always the easiest to stick to a routine or to get into the habit of doing certain things. Sometimes it's a bit challenging, and there might be a few hurdles that come up when you start this new journey. You may have already been kind of feeling it or facing some struggles, but with the fact that the buffalo was at the bottom of the deck, it does talk about overcoming these challenges and not being fearful of the twists and turns that come your way on this journey. You're open, you're ready to receive, and you're very smart, and you'll feel your way through it. Yeah, I just feel like August is going to be a fun month for you. The Fox does talk about needing to be a bit more spontaneous and just saying, fuck it, I'm going to go do this. Or, you know, you get this sudden urge to try something out or to go somewhere. Just, like, follow that instinct. Okay? So, messages for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for August 2021. What's going on for my Pisceans for the month of August 2021? Any messages for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in August 2021? Any messages for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in August 2021? Messages for Pisces, please, for August. We have the Seven of Swords. Messages for Pisces. We also have the Two of Pentacles. Okay. Oh yeah, there's definitely some decisions you have coming up. Five of Wands reversed. That fell on top of the Seven of Swords and Two of Pentacles. What was our last reading about? I'm trying to remember. I don't remember. Yeah, okay. I guess. I don't know. Seven of Cups. My light just flashed. Messages for Pisces. We also have Knight of Swords reversed. So take your time when it comes to making this decision. You definitely have choices as to the direction you're going down, and I think you need to just move slowly. Especially with the bear coming out, right? It's a nice slow, kind of starting to stretch out your muscles. You're not rushing right into like, okay, work out, go. Like you're like, okay, let me just stretch my way into this, right? Not trying to pull a muscle or injure yourself, right? That's like, you know, figurative. I'm not, for some maybe, but any other messages for Pisces? Judgment. This fell on top of the bear. So this is like major decisions about the direction you're going down, Pisces. And your last reading. I think your last reading was about like some important things to consider about your future or like the direction you're going down. Or I think that was your reading. Or it was one of your readings recently. Whether it was your last weekly or July reading. I don't know. At the bottom, we have the Four of Swords, so you're definitely taking the time out to get your ideas clear. Seven of Wands and the Hermit. Okay, we're just going to leave it at that. So let me just kind of feel this out here. Seven of Swords, Two of Pentacles, Five of Wands, that came up together. Then we have the Seven of Cups and Knight of Swords reversed. And the Judgment card, and then at the bottom, okay. Yeah, there's definitely like a lot of energy of you guys trying to get clear with yourself on what exactly you want. I feel like that was your last reading, pretty sure. You're like definitely weighing out your options here with the Two of Pentacles. And what's interesting is that in this deck, in this card specifically, it does mention that there could be some drama, or it's like you guys are trying to maintain a sense of peace within a situation or relationship, foundation of some sort. It could be in your friendship, home life, or even work. right? Just trying to maintain a sense of peace and constantly juggling. But the thing is, you can only juggle for so long before you end up dropping one of these pentacles, right? And so it's almost like you are trying to weigh out your options here on what is the best possible outcome or the direction you need to go down, and you have lots of different directions as to what you can choose and where you could go, but it could be a bit overwhelming, and that's why it's so important not to rush into making any decisions. We do have 2 7s out here, 7 7. Some of you might be seeing a lot of 7s recently, or maybe 7 is a number that is relevant to you. But with the Knight of Swords, right, Knight of Swords reverse, right now it is not the time to take action, okay? I feel like it's important just to sit, wait, and contemplate, which is literally the 4 of Swords and the Hermit coming out for you. Getting clear with what it is that you want, where are you going, observing where you're at, and recognizing, am I happy here? Do I need to make some adjustments? Do I need to make some tweaks, changes? Is there something I may need to speak up about? Is there something that I'm needing to voice? Like, you're trying to get more information before you act. Or it's like aim before you shoot. Right now, you're like, okay, wait, what am I even aiming at? Like, what is my target here? Oh, whoa! I just realized not only do you have the 7 of Swords and the 7 of Cups, you have the 7 of Wands, so 777. What number is that? What is that? Numerology-wise, I'll have it on the screen somewhere, because I don't know much about numerology. I keep saying I'm going to look into it more, but life gets in the way, y'all. But you guys, there's a lot of 7s out here, so you guys might be seeing a lot, or someone's been seeing a lot of 7s, or maybe in the month of August, that's going to be important for someone listening to this, like 7. I don't know. 7 minutes in heaven. Like, that literally just was what I heard. So, in this deck, 7 of Swords, 5 of Wands reversed, and the 2 of Pentacles. So you have a big decision as to what is worth your time and energy versus what is just a waste. Asking yourself, do I see myself with this person 5 years, 10 years, my whole life down the road? Do I see myself working in this field for the rest of my life? Do I see myself living in this place for the rest of my life, or 5 years, 10 years, whatever? Like, asking yourself, I think that was literally your last reading. Maybe this is like continuation of your last reading, and you guys are really starting to think about the long term here and thinking about what's worth fighting for versus what's not, right? Because if you've been constantly trying to bring peace and balance to a situation, and maybe it's always on your shoulders, that can get overwhelming pretty easily. And if you have to do this forever, you're probably better off going somewhere else. And you might even be realizing that, like, okay, maybe this isn't for me, or if it is, then something here needs to change. And with the 7 of Swords in this deck, it's a different interpretation in this deck. Normally it talks about, maybe a bit of sneakiness, or someone's up to no good, or someone's done some messed up shit to you. No, but in this deck specifically, it's about reevaluating what you have, what's working, and what isn't. And do you keep it and continue on, or do you let it go and move in a different direction? Like, there's a choice here. In this card, there's a choice. They either choose to bring these swords with them back to their little mermaid place, their mermaid home, or they leave it there because they're like, what do we do with this? What are these swords? What is this used for? Right? They're really like trying to understand the situation before deciding, okay, well, where do we go? What do we do here? And so with the 5 of Wands reversed, see, and like if you've been dealing with drama, or just, it doesn't have to be anything serious. For some, it could be, right? For some, maybe there's been a lot of harsh words been said, a lot of cruelty, or a bit of maliciousness, someone's a bit cutting with their words. And with the 5 of Wands reversed and the 2 of Pentacles, if you've been dealing with some sort of like drama or bickering, depending on, the scale of the situation, could be really intense, could just be really annoying stuff, little small things that add up with time. But it's just like, with that 5 of Wands reverse, I'm feeling like you guys keep trying to de-escalate tension in a situation or in a relationship. probably within some sort of relationship, whether there is 2 people or more involved, right? Even when we look, when we look at all these cards, actually, the 7 of Swords, the 2 of Pentacles, and the 5 of Wands. So the 2 of Pentacles, right, there's the bunny. And the bunny in the animal spirit deck does talk about anxieties and fears about the future. And then the fish, right, because he's standing on top of the fish. The fish in the animal spirit deck talks about uncertainties and a bit of confusion, a little bit feeling lost about the direction you're going down. And then we have these 2 mermaids over here, right? So there's 3 beings in this card, right? It's not just one. Normally in your traditional tarot, it's just, you would just see this guy just juggling. No, it's like you're trying to juggle, but there's a lot of external influences that have a decision or a say in what it is that you do. You can't just be like, okay, I'm gonna go up and leave. It's like, no, you have to ask for permission, or you have to do it and make sure you and your partner and you and your, I don't fucking know, whoever else is involved in the situation are all on the same page. It's like trying to find the middle ground here, and it can get a bit overwhelming at times, and so you guys might be feeling a little bit of anxious energy. That's why with that frog, it's so important to make sure you work through releasing some of this tension or some of these built up emotions. Otherwise, you bury it in, it's just gonna eat away at you. And then even when we look at the 5 of Wands, right, there's 5 men, and then in the 3 of Swords there are 3 mermaids, right? So there's multiple people involved in this, or at least whoever I'm talking to. It's like you're dealing with many different aspects to this. It's not like an easy wham bam, I made my decision, I'm done, that's it. Like there's lots of things to consider when it comes to this choice about this new beginning, right? And the Judgment card did fall on top of the bear, and when we look at Judgment, of course there's all these different beings, or I guess, why do I keep saying beings? They're mermaids, the fuck? Anyways, this fell on top of the bear, so it's like, you have a final call to make, Pisces. You have a final decision, and when you make that decision, when you finally get clear with where you're going, what you're doing, then that is like, okay, it's set in stone, there's no going back, you can't undo. Why does my laptop do this? I don't know why, as of recently. Oh, what is this? You may be having performance. This has been happening like the last week. I don't know why. My screen, it'll go on to sleep mode for some reason, but I have it turned off where it shouldn't go on sleep mode, but for some reason it is. And now it's like glitching out. So this video might be a bit fucked up. Just heads up, if like the audio's off sync. Anyways, the fact that Judgment fell on top of the bear, it's like you have the final call about the direction you're going down, about where you're going, what you're doing, and once you make that decision, or once you decide between your options here, then that's it, and you can't go back. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but I feel like a lot of you feel like you have like the weight of the world on your shoulders, and you don't want to make the wrong decision. I'm almost getting from the fairy deck, there's a card called Andi, I think, and it's about making a decision. And Indi's like fearful, like, well, what if I don't make a decision, or what if I make a decision and it's the wrong one, or what if I make a decision and I regret it, or what if, like, so many what ifs going on in your mind, and it could get a bit overwhelming. And that's why it's so important that you take your time when it comes to making this choice. I feel like a lot of you could also be fearful, since it did seem like there could be multiple people involved in the situation. Some of you might be fearful of what others may think, based off what you truly want deep down doesn't align with those that you surround yourself with. Are they going to be mad at you, upset with you, angry with you, where you feel like you don't really fit in or you don't really belong? You know, there's a bit of that energy where you feel like maybe you don't really align, or you're not on the same page. It's like for a while now you've been trying your best to maintain the sense of peace and de-escalate situations and make sure everybody's understanding one another, but it's like you can only continue doing that for so long before you get exhausted. And when you need a break, right, that Four of Swords, you're gonna need a break, and it's like, what are you doing lying down? Get your ass up, you know? And just like, homie, I'm trying to like rest up, I'm trying to get my energy, and it's like you can't, like your peace keeps getting disturbed. Like, no, you have to bring balance. You have to keep doing what you've been doing. You can't stop juggling. You got to keep juggling. Keep juggling. Keep juggling. And you're like, but I need some time for me. I need some time to rest. But it's just, I don't know, like, does this make sense? Like, you guys are wanting a break. You guys are needing a moment just for yourself. But it's like, it's kind of like, I think a few readings ago we had the message of, like, needing to get done the chores before you can have fun. It's kind of like that. It's like, you're needing to take care of the chores before you can rest. But it's like, you guys are trying to get clear with what you're doing here, but it's like you have so many different things to take care of and so many different responsibilities, it's hard to fit the time in. Yeah. There's a lot of protection around you with the Four of Swords, right? All these animals, spirits watching over, protecting you, keeping you safe, and sending you healing energy. So some of you are also focusing on healing, especially with the frog that came out, right? That is a very healing, releasing kind of energy that's going to be coming through in the month of August, that's a nice energy to come out. And the Hermit, I think you guys really just need some alone time. But again, I feel like it's hard for you guys to lock yourself in a room and be alone. Like, for whatever reason, it's just, like, constantly bombarded. And people knocking, like, hello, Pisces, where you at? And you're like, leave me alone. I'm trying to get clear with what I want, where I'm going. And there's a lot of energy of you guys needing to go inward, right? With the Four of Swords and the Hermit. You guys need some time alone, just to decompress, to get your energy, to get your strength, because you guys are coming out of hibernation and you're gonna need all the energy you can get. Something about your commitments coming up here too with the Fox, or reevaluating your commitments. What's worthy of your time, what's just draining, etc., etc. So, I'm gonna grab a fairy message, and then we'll grab some Tikashi messages. But yeah, it's kind of some similar energy we've been picking up on for a while now, Pisces. And it's like, what is this decision? Not quite sure. I guess it's just different for everybody. You have to just do and choose what's best for you. And I think it's important you guys learn to put yourself first. Obviously, you got children or things like that to take care of. You gotta put them as a priority too, but you gotta take care of yourself too. Alright, any fairy messages for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in August 2021? Any fairy messages for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in August 2021 regarding this reading? I think you guys also just need to stand your ground. Like, with that Seven of Wands, right, there might be a lot of conflicting opinions on what you should do, or, you know, you may state your feelings or what you want to do, and someone might be like, no, I don't want to do that, right? The 2 versus 1 kind of thing that I was saying is, like, you may state your opinion on what you think you should do, and, like, the other 2 will be like, oh, but we don't want to do that, Pisces, so you're gonna have to go with our way or the highway. And it's like, I feel like it's important for you guys to really stand true to you. Stand true to you. Yeah. Just because I felt that with the Seven of Wands. It's like voicing your opinion and not backing down when people disagree with it, right? Not be like, okay, yeah, I know, you know what, you're right. And molding your opinion based on everybody else's. Like, I feel like you guys need to stand your ground and be confident with your own beliefs and values, you know? Instead of trying to worry about fitting in. And that might be hard, that might be challenging, but I think that is coming up for a reason. Anyways, fairy messages for Pisces. Thank you. The Oak Men. Stay grounded, right? This is number 47, another 7, the Oak Man. So, not super familiar with this card, of course I'll grab the book after, but just intuitively, like I said, it's important that you guys ground yourselves and to stand firm and use that wisdom, use that strength, use all that knowledge, right? You've been around for some time, you've learned many things, and to be firm and confident about what you believe in and what you stand for. Not really worrying about what others may think of you or how others may judge you or perceive you, because ideas and your wants and your desires maybe don't match up with those that you're dealing with, and that's okay, right? We're all different for a reason. I'm gonna grab the book and then I'll see if there's anything else that comes to me. So this card depicts of the strength and wisdom of age. It also reminds us that what we need to know, what is truly there to be seen, cannot be discovered by superficial glance and hasty reaction. In a reading, the oak men tell us to look slowly and deeply into the heart of the matter, and to see past the superficials of the surface. Consider the history of the situation in depth, and learn from the past, which is interesting as we did have judgment coming out, right? So using what you've gone through, right? Because history does tend to repeat itself, right? And the past is data for what we can expect for the future. If we keep doing what we've been doing, right, we can expect similar things. We want a different outcome, well, you're going to have to do things differently. You can't keep doing the same thing and have a different outcome, right? You can't expect a different outcome when you're not making any changes, right? So if you're unhappy with the current circumstances, you're going to have to make some adjustments to whatever it is that you've been doing. Consult with others that have more experience than you have. Learn from the wisdom of the elders, both available to you personally and those that you encounter in books and elsewhere. In this matter, it would be wise to make your decisions after more pounding and study of the situation, which is literally the Hermit, right? You need some more information before you make a final call. Before you make a final decision, need more info. Maybe seek out opinions from those that you trust, those that you look up to, those that have extra wisdom to share with you. I think that might really help you when it comes to making whatever this decision is, right? Consult your elders. Anyways, in this matter, it would be wise to make your decisions after more pondering and study of the situation. Consider motivations in depth. Take action only after thorough deliberation. The oak men tell us that the Hass may be, at this moment, our worst enemy. They also suggest that we might learn a lot from trees. Consider the trees and their wisdom. Connect with the wise old one and ask for help. Even reverse, turn the oak man upside down and you'll see different faces. Oh! Let me show y'all. Look at this. So this is upright. Right? Yeah. Upright. Versus reverse. You see that? That's really wild. Oh, wow. Let me read this. Turn the oak man upside down and you'll see different faces with other expressions. The oak man wish you would use your own perspectiveness and intuition in working out a way which they're saying in its position. This is not a trick. It's just a little exercise in stretching yourself in your vision. Enjoy. This is so similar to like the hangman of looking at things from a different perspective before you make a final decision, before you commit, before you go through with it. Like, let's say it's marriage, right? Maybe you're not 100% sure, but you're like, oh, well, I don't want to be alone forever, so fuck it, I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to say yes, I'm going to propose, or anything like that. That's just an example. Do you really want this? Right? Look at all angles. Are you sure? Are you 110% sure? Right? Think about it. Take as long as you need. Ask for opinions. Ask for advice if you want to. Ask your elders. Ask your angels. Sit down. Calm the mind. Take some time of you to sit, contemplate. Go inward. Find that intuition. Look at all angles. Look at all possibilities before you make that final call. Because once you do, like I said with judgment, there's no going back. Okay, Pisces? Wow, what an interesting card. I really like it. So find that inner wisdom. Use it. And also, remember your past. Right? What you've learned. What has happened. And has there been change? Has there been growth? If this is a relationship, should I stay in this relationship? Or should I leave it? Well, how has it been in the past? Oh, well, we've had arguments and then they said that they're going to change, but then they never do, and it's just the same old shit. It's like, okay, well, based off the past, history seems to repeat itself. So what do you think How is it going to be any different moving forward, right? Unless someone actually makes a change and does things differently, you're probably going to have a similar outcome. So that's just, again, another example. Just go with it. Whew. All right, let me grab a couple. Oh my goodness. I did not mean for that to happen. A couple Tikashi messages. So take your time when it comes to making this decision. So we kind of did get a bit further than your last reading about whatever this is that you're deciding on. You're still trying to weigh out your options. You're still trying to figure things out. You're still trying to get more information. That's good, right? Taking your time, not rushing into whatever this choice is. You may need to, there's a card that flew out. You may need to get some advice from those that you trust or those you look up to, those that have more wisdom to share. We have Awakening coming up, which is really interesting. And that might help you with this choice. And joy. Awakening and joy. So finding out what brings you the most joy in your life, the most happiness. Is it this situation, or are you kind of dreadful of this? Are you kind of miserable? Asking yourself and being honest with yourself. Awakening. Arousing from the inactivity of the past. Funny, bear, hibernating, right? Not really moving too much. Or having held yourself back. Now is the time to wake yourself up to what can be achieved and shake yourself into action. Awaken to your potential, awaken to your love, and awaken to yourself. Joy. Be joyous that you be. Be happy about how things are in your life. Take pleasure in the little things. Judge nothing to be too insignificant. Know that an attitude of joy can melt away all difficulties. You may be in for some delightful festivals or a joyous surprise. Okay, so you got some good things coming your way, some exciting things coming your way. Don't you worry, right? With the bear and the fox, the changes that you're going through, it's like a gradual process. Where you were right now versus where you were 6 months ago, a year ago, a couple of years ago, things have changed, right? Things have changed and they're going to continue to. So you guys are really just awakening to what brings you the most joy, pleasure, peace, happiness, and harmony in your life, right? So, really interesting reading. I wish you guys all the best. Take as long as you need to feel your way through this. There's no rush. You got this, okay? So Pisces, that is what I got for you guys for this reading. If you guys found this helpful or insightful, please let me know in the comments below. Leave a like, subscribe. If you guys are interested, you can check me out on my Instagram at Jadestone Tarot. And with that being said, I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Take care.